Hello, America.
What's going on, everybody? Make sure it's working. We're trying a new system tonight, so hopefully everything runs smooth.
It has AI.
Yeah. All right. Yep, we are live. And we got a few people here with us. So what's going on, everybody? Shout out in the comments who's with us tonight.
Um, People, I will be in and out on camera. I just traveled a lot, so I'm gonna start moving my stuff to my other vehicle so I can get home to my family. But I will be still in here talking.
Oh, yeah. I had a few things to talk about today.
Yes.
Let's see.
As soon as we get enough people, I can start voicing my happiness about my show.
Yeah, we got Keith here with us. We got Tyler
Oh, uh-oh.
Haynes. Oh, we got a few people joining in now. Yeah, we were a little late. Like I said, we're trying out a new system here. Trying to figure it out as we go.
Nothing's ever good enough for Mr. Keith.
Oh, I know he is wishing he was able to be here today.
Well, with a hand injury, he uh he can't really do much of anything now.
No.
He
Alex
stops
has
getting
joined
drunk and
us.
fighting at bars.
Oh, we got a bunch of people joining in. We got Destiny Bass. I caught what you just said. Stan with us. Stan the man.
Oh, good. We're not gonna be lonely after all.
No, Matt Anderson, Manny. We got a bunch of people in here. Tyler Haynes says we are backwards. He's asking us to switch the cameras. Yeah, this new system's got me on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can switch it. Oh, there we go. That's how we do it. Is that better? Okay, we got it back.
Well, for all of you that don't know, I'm here. I'm just trying to move equipment to another truck right as we speak. I've been traveling to Orlando and back in the past 2 days, so I'm trying to get home to the family. However, I could not miss this episode because exciting news, I guess. Well, I say news, just in general, how good the show went. So I wanted to go over that.
Well, you want to start off with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, go ahead. Take it away.
Well, like I said, I appreciate everybody that came out for support, everybody that watched online. It did really well, even though my brain the entire week was telling me that something bad was gonna happen. So I can't complain. Everybody that won, Nate Barber, Miss Destiny, y'all did great. Everybody else that came to the show, y'all put a great effort in. Y'all killed it. For the ones that had PRs, it's outstanding. I'm glad that y'all picked my show to have your PRs. And for everybody that was there, I mean, it was really seemed like everybody was having a good time. So it eased my stress level a lot.
Oh, I imagine so. Um, got a few people chiming in here. We got J Mac paid 99 cents for a super chat. Appreciate you. Congratulations for Trey for throwing a great show from Stan.
Thank y'all for staying. For you and the others, Mr. Casey Sexton, and a few others that helped. I could not have done it without you.
Uh, Destiny said definitely was an amazing show. Was there any other special news about the show that you want to holler out?
Well, just that we set a new female deadlift record. Um, we had, Adam Guy there who had just been in a vehicle wreck a few weeks before. He put a great effort in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then thankfully the live stream held on.
Yeah.
I know we
Uh,
were worried about that, but it held.
yeah, I went back and watched a good bit of it. For the most part, it seemed to work well. Um, Destiny said the weather was perfect. We could have had it outside.
That's right.
Santana says shit was a fun time. Oh, Santana, I appreciate your post. I don't know if you caught it, Trey, but during the live stream, I started, kind of smack talking a little bit. Not necessarily. I just called out that she hates me for the kegs. So I made a comment, and that's how I know if athletes go back and watch the live stream because
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch them. um, Charles said it could have been a little bit warmer. Felt cold out there. Charles Posey.
Tri-City was definitely chilly in that place.
It was. I was Oh wait, Tri-City or your place?
Tri-City was. Now mine was kind of chilly that morning as well.
Destiny says that's the only time you'll hear me say something about going outside. Trey, we need you back on camera, man.
I'm coming. Give me just a minute.
It looks odd with me just sitting here talking to a blank screen. Well, I'm going to be looking down a lot because this new system does not have the chat right next to us, so I'm keeping up with it on my phone. But the live stream did about exactly what I expected it to with the viewership. We gained, here's another big thing, we gained 7 new members off of that. I thought it was 5.
Awesome.
We gained 2 more the following day, and which means we now have to order a slingshot. So as soon as the next YouTube payment comes through, I'll get on there and order. I went and looked them up. It's going to be, we either going to have to get 2 of them, or me and you're going to have to split the difference in size, because it's 220 to 280 is the size difference, and I'm just under 220 and you're just under 280.
Yeah.
So we'll figure
I'm not
that
200,
out.
280 pounds. What the hell?
You got to do 275 soon. You better be.
Oh, well, right now I'm not. I'm still kind of chunky right now.
New member, Mr. J Mac, welcome. Speaking of new members. J Mac, you've been trying to figure that out for a minute, haven't you? Because we've talked about it on the live stream the last 2 shows. Appreciate you joining. Trey, if you remember correctly, J Mac's the, I think he's 80 kilogram strongman or powerlifter going strongman.
I do remember him. I'm glad he's back.
Yeah. He said 3 weeks of trying, he's finally figured it out. So I appreciate you joining us.
He stuck with it.
That's right. That's some dedication. Now, you're coming up on 9 months as a member. We got a few people who are at 8. Overall, I think that puts us 53. The goal for the end of the year is 100 members and 3,000 subscribers, and we're about just shy of 50% of that on the subscriber side, and we're a little over 50% on the member side.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate everybody that does that.
Oh, yes. J Max says Matt Anderson's going to win the strongest manatee if he makes weight. Place last at South Carolina strongest. Oh.
Who did?
I guess J Mac.
Oh, man.
That's not an easy show. So.
No, it's not. Mr. Anderson, hopefully he'll do pretty well. We'll see how it goes. Since he's jumping up to the heavyweight class, right?
No, I think he's cutting.
That was a joke.
Oh.
I just want him to freak out.
He said he's going to make weight. He said only 23 to go. Whew,
hey, Matt, you don't have to make weight if you're a super heavyweight class.
That's true. That is very true. So something else that went really well at your show was the fan voting for the tiebreaker.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that we actually had like 80-something votes altogether. Turned out great. And
well, I'm glad. I don't know who came up with that idea. That'd be you, wasn't
it? Kind of. I think it was me and one other friend were just talking about it one day, and then we just threw it out there to Matt Powell, and he went with it. And then pre-planning it like we did and letting people vote throughout the whole show was really good, because you had people coming and going throughout the show, and they weren't there every time, but I kept responding and reminding people, and every time I did, we saw a spike in it.
Yeah.
Which leads me to the next thing I've got to say. You know, this weekend me and Trey are going down to Tampa to do the Strongest Manatee live stream if he doesn't quit on me, because he is not happy with driving right now.
I'm not gonna quit on you, but my body is wrecked.
Oh, I can imagine.
8 hours down on Tuesday or Monday to Orlando, 8 hours back is rough in 2 days.
I imagine so. Well, I do have the events for potential tiebreakers that we're going to be voting on. This has not been released. This is here today, first and only. No one else is going to know about this unless you're watching this or you're watching the live stream the day of. So you'll be voting Saturday for either a sandbag front carry for max distance. Sounds familiar? A single arm farmer's front hold head to head. Ugh.
How the hell does a front hold work?
I don't know. That sounds horrible. A sled push for 100-foot race. And then a sandbag throw max distance throw.
Okay.
Of those
If
four,
if I was an athlete, that'd be the one I'd want.
the throw?
Yeah, it's a lot less taxing on your body.
See, I think I would want the foot race.
The sled push?
Yeah, because I'm pretty explosive, and I can do like 30 to 40 second all out, but I don't know if I could do I don't know how far I could throw anything with my short arms. Let's see. Try to catch back up to the comments here. Yeah, over 130 athletes. I don't know if it's that high right now. I think the last time I saw it was like 118.
And there'll always be some athletes that don't show up in every show. That's normal.
Yeah. I think as a spectator, the front carry at your show was what won, and I think that was a very fun tiebreaker.
I do think it went pretty well. Of course, the athletes didn't like it.
No, they
but
didn't.
we had to appease the fans. Y'all voted.
Yeah, well, I mean, 2 tiebreakers in the same show.
Yeah, it turned out to be. I mean, usually I don't like tiebreakers, but it worked out.
Yeah. Tyler said, last man standing sandbag load is the perfect tiebreaker. Tells you who wants it more. I don't know. That could just go way too long. The front carry, that showed us who wanted it, because both of the guys who dropped the bag could have kept going. They were like, I'm done. But it wasn't like it slipped out of their hand or they stumbled and lost the grip. They literally just got to a point and just let go.
Yep.
Charles Posey said, I felt so bad for those guys. Yeah, I did too. But, man, I don't know. It was for a minute, it was going to be the farmers hold for max time. That was winning for most of the show. And I think everybody saw the last event being farmers and getting so heavy they changed their votes.
Yeah, it was going to be brutal having to do farmers carry to a farmer's hold. I imagine, yeah, that was not going to be fun.
J Mac said elevated Ukrainian deadlift for the tiebreaker. Ooh, you won your first show doing that, didn't you, Trey?
I'm switching back. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead. What were you saying?
J Mac said a elevated Ukrainian deadlift for the tiebreaker. Didn't you win your first show doing that?
I did. I can't remember what the weight was, but I did like 11 or 12 reps on that event, and that was the first time I ever have done it, and it was brutal.
Oh, yeah.
It was as close to sumo deadlift that I ever wanted to be.
Hey, here we go. Now he's back on camera.
Back on camera. I'm in a vehicle now, and I'm headed home finally.
You're sideways.
What?
You're sideways.
Oh my God, there's always something, I swear. I don't know how to fix it. There we go.
Oh.
Is that better?
That is better.
Okay. All right. Now you're sideways.
No, well, not on the camera, so.
I just mess with you. All right, so my show, now that I can actually concentrate, I think, like I said, I think it turned out really well. We had Mr. Pro Trotter Behringer there, and we also had Miss Worley. I believe she's a pro too, isn't she?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
So we had 2 pros in the house. One was one of our judges. The other one did the live stream with Mr. Chuck, which I'm sure y'all saw. He's about 7 foot tall, so you really can't miss him.
Yeah, I kept telling everybody on the live stream that I was standing up.
I heard that. Yeah, he's a giant guy, and
Yeah.
um, I don't know. We just had your wife as MC. I mean, it was just everything worked out perfectly. Really, wasn't no hiccups. Um, had the right amount of rest time for everybody, and we got out of there. I think we were done. What at 3 o'clock?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say
So
there
all in
was
all, it was
one.
great.
You had one athlete that was almost as tall as Trotter, and
Yes,
he
yes, we
really
did.
impressed me. He was in dead last after event 2, and then he was in first after event 4. That 275 class was fun to watch. I think he ended up in third for the day.
Yes, Mr. Garrity and all them.
Yes. So it was a half point difference in event 4. Like after event 4, there was a half point difference. He had 17 and a half points. Alex and Samuel Garrity had 17 points. In the final event, just if he would have just tied him, he would have won it. But he went for the win instead of the tie, and it dropped him down to third and put the tiebreaker. Yeah, it was Wallace. Destiny gave me his
Gotcha.
name. Steve Coyne, the World's Strongest Man promoter, just chimed in. He said at option 5 for the tiebreaker, a pose down.
What?
A pose down, like bodybuilding.
Well, who's going to judge? Because we have a vast variety of bodies in strongman.
That is true. I think there will probably be some IFBB judges there, so we could probably just snag one of them.
Oh my God, I think that would be
J Mac,
that would be
J
bad.
Mac says an MMA fight needs to be the tiebreaker. I don't know if I want the blood clean up.
Wet T-shirt contest.
I don't know. Some of these boys, they might put some women to shame.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm sure they would.
Destiny said
Uh,
I judge the men. What, you got a solid C cup, don't you?
to me?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, it might be
You cutting
double
out.
D's now. I don't know.
There you go.
I said, hell, they may be double D's. I'm not sure. I've never measured
Oh,
my bust before that I know of.
I don't know. I have to do that. We'll have to do that soon for the bench press video.
Yeah, we will. I got to measure around. I guess you just measure around your back to your nipple line, and that's your bust.
I don't know. Is there anybody that can help us in the chat with that?
Yes, please.
All right. So outside of upcoming and the past weekend, we had some interesting videos drop about World's Strongest Man. Was that a clip
Yes,
from
we
the
did.
live stream?
Well, yes, and then he released another one of him sitting at a restaurant where he talked about it further. Have you seen
I
that
haven't
one?
seen that one. No, I hadn't seen that one.
Yeah, that's a new one. He went into even more detail about him raising money for athletes and all.
He is?
Yeah, well, he's going to give a percentage of his merchandise and his programs that go towards paying for athletes' families to come over.
That's awesome.
And he said that World's Strongest Man reached out to him, and they're going to try to get some things going, maybe a little better. Like, for instance, they didn't know who the athletes were. If you saw today, they released another 4 or 5 athletes.
Well, I mean, when you don't know the events, you don't want to commit to anything.
Yes, exactly. We're a month out,
I
nobody
mean,
knows the events, which to me is just
it's
not
less
healthy.
than a month. It's less than a month. They don't know what to train. I mean, I'm all for, like, at the local level, have fun, do a mystery event or something crazy like that. But you're talking the biggest show, like the founding show of Strongman, and you're less than a month out. You don't know what to do. That's insane.
It's he said that he broke it down actually. He brought in, what they pay, and that since I forget what year it was, since they changed it last, we've gone up 2.7% in well, I want to talk smart now. I forgot the word. 2.7% in the not the economy, but the inflation, and you'd have to, with everything you're paying for. Yes, the meals are paid for, your planes and all that. There's still some out of expense. He said for the new guys that are coming in, you'd have to definitely make top 10 to make any sort of profit at all.
Yeah. I
And
think
he said now it's the fourth in line, highest paying show. Even though they've increased the ticket sales the past 2 years of like, what do you say, 17% or something like that, but they haven't given more money to the athletes.
Jeez. Let's see. He talked about their prize money being on over 20 years. Reading some of the comments. Nathan said, "Live Heavy, Be Kind merch 32% on family members. I guess 32% of what they make off of it's going to go to the families." And Steve chiming in said, "Speaking of mystery events, rumor is one of the events at the Manatee is changing." Steve, do you want us to announce that here, or do you want to wait until the day of?
Oh, he's announcing his own mystery that somebody's been saying?
Steve, for the Manatee, said that there's a rumor one of the events is changing. So let's
Oh,
see if
well, he would know, wouldn't
he would. I think I know because he gave me a list. Unless he's changed it in the last 24 hours, we'll see if he wants me to spoil that here to our small crowd of members. Well, I don't know if anybody on the channel has been keeping up with my personal social media, but there is a
he? Chucky's going
video
to be
that
fighting Mike Tyson.
well, no, I was kind of keeping along the lines of the world's strongest man, cybernetic strongman Stephen Moore. We had him on a podcast last week on Noah's channel, Living with No Excuses. But he posted a short reel Monday or Tuesday, right after that video came out, asking his following what they thought could be done to get World's Strongest Man back to the premier show, or what could they do differently. And my first thing was obviously live stream it. We're having to wait 6 months to a year to see the daggum show. Everybody knows what happened. Nobody cares about going back and rewatching it. And
I
then,
know I don't.
Yeah, I haven't watched a World's Strongest Man since probably 2015 or 16, and that's only because I go back and just watch it on YouTube. I don't watch the CBS live version of it. Steve said, "Don't spoil it. I did everything I could not to change one, but it's happening, and I promise it's a fun change. Only doing it because I absolutely have to." Okay, I won't say nothing. I think next year the 50-year contract is up. Some changes will be made, hopefully. Yeah, that contract with CBS is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It's crap. There's a
Well,
lot
they
of
don't
things
care
in
anything
there
about
that,
the sport.
no, they don't. They just care about the views. That's all they care about.
Oh.
I hope, Mr. Steve, that we're done and out of there by 4 or 5 o'clock would be really nice, since we got to all drive 8 hours after
Well,
the
he's got us starting sharp at 8:30 a.m. So hopefully we'll be done by 4.
Okay. I'm anxious to see the setup he's got. I mean, being in an NFL stadium, that's gonna be pretty neat.
Oh yes, I'll send you the post how it's gonna be all laid out. Destiny said Mitch Hooper said he won't do it again if nothing changes. That was something else that I was going to ask you about. If you got some of the strongest, top performing strongmen in the world refusing to do your show, where do you go from there? Because Mitch Hooper is threatening to not do it again. Then you've got Half Thor, who said he's never going to do it again.
You have 2 options. One is you say, put out, I'm sorry, we should have been more receptive to you fans and athletes. We'll make it better and actually make progress. Or two, sell the promotion to somebody that will take care of the athletes.
Kind of like, I guess I don't want to screw it. Kind of like the Clash did with PSL.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Who would buy that though? I mean, I guess because Shaw's got the strongest man on earth title now. He don't care about the world's strongest.
Well, Giants Live people wouldn't mind having it.
Yeah. I thought
They
that was
run
kind
it
of essentially who it was.
In hands in. I don't know. They're in with it. They get them to be out there and for the events and all, but it's actually a event company that actually owns the name World's Strongest Man.
Yeah, because he even talked about it in that clip with Laws. He's like, when I have an issue with the Rogue, this is who I call.
Yep.
When I have an issue with the Arnold, this is who I call. He goes, I don't know who to call with this. I don't know anybody who's like officially the team for World's Strongest. I know they always have like the same judges, but that's Magnus for Magnus, and he does so much with the sport. It's not necessarily World's Strongest. And like Destiny pointed out in the comments, they say they don't want sponsors. It's because they don't want people dictating anything about the show. They want to have full control over it. They don't want to have to work with businesses that are giving them money.
No, and a lot of their revenue comes from them putting on a big spectacle, a big show, it'll be televised. And of course, they're going to whatever town it is, and they're essentially bidding out, what town wants to pay more for us to have this. And of course, that's your tax money coming from your city funds for your well, my God,
tourism
board. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to leverage them myself.
Well, sometimes it's nice to get your tax money back.
Yeah. Adam said, Miss Megan says she likes the work shirt, Trey.
Oh, my fisherman shirt here? Thank you. I've been going since 5 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I've been going since about 6:30. Me and Trey were sharing horror stories before the show started. What was the worst thing you had that you can share?
Well, I've been in and out of prison. I've seen a bunch of stuff today. So probably not share anything, but just know that it's been a very stressful day. And I had to drive a lot of hours with a 24-foot enclosed gigantic trailer through Orlando, Tallahassee, Dothan, Montgomery, all to get back to my office.
I think I'd rather deal with what I dealt with today. Literal dumpster fires.
Yeah. If y'all would just stop pissing them homeless people off, you'd be much better.
Oh, man. Well, some news for my show, which is 2 weeks out. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I was probably his home, and he saw a spider in there, so he set it ablaze.
No, we do our best to make sure nobody sleeps in our compactor.
Yeah.
But some effing strong news coming up. And yeah, we got we already had a good staff put together. I was very happy with it. We have a lot of people coming to help. Trey is the main judge along with Chris Stewart. We even got Carrie Satterwhite coming over from Georgia to be the female judge. But I was told in just like the last 48 hours, I had a few people message me and say, hey, I'm going to be in town that weekend anyway. So now we've got Tyler Davis, Meg Latza, Gabby Bergholzner, and I think Jeremy Shell. So we've got like probably 50% of the last 2 years podiums from Limit Breaker coming back to be staff on the F and Strong, which I think will be really cool for the athletes or the new athletes coming to the sport. Yeah.
The ones that are aspiring to be at the Limit Breaker, that's right.
Yeah. We had last year 68 athletes, but I think
quick question.
Yeah.
I had a couple people ask, and just curiousness. If a person does not podium at Limit Breaker, they have to earn their way back in. Is that correct?
There's a lot of ways to get invited. Podium, the Limit Breaker, is a guaranteed invite back. If you come in like fourth or fifth or sixth, we I mean, it doesn't mean you're like not going to get an invite, but it just depends on what the field looks like that year. Why?
Yeah. Okay. No, I just was wondering. I had some people ask, so I was just asking.
I got you. No, we take a lot of things into
It's hard for me. I
consideration.
win, and I don't even get an invite back.
What are you talking about?
It's just, it's a joke.
Oh, Alex said Chris Stewart said he's going to drink an extra large blue margarita Friday night.
Well, let's hope he shows up to your show. He didn't show up to mine.
Oh, well, Damon is not coming to mine. They swapped. They split it.
They must be divorcing or something. They don't want to see each other.
Man, that's what happens when somebody loses a lot of weight. They start getting a little, a little too good for the other one. They both are slimming down, so they're going to start cheating on each other.
That's right. I got to separate.
Yep. Oh man. Well, getting back to your question, though, if anybody comes in the top 10, which I mean, there's 15 sometimes, but most of the time it's 10 people or less competing. You're still in consideration for the next year. You're not guaranteed an invite, but you're still on the list of people who are probably likely to get an invite.
Gotcha.
Best thing to do is just go to another show in the state like Southeastern or the Forge or Alabama Strongest or Effin Strong and win outright and just earn your invite that way.
Yeah. All right. So, Forge, I'm glad you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the event that I win the Forge and I already have an invite, will it go to the second place person?
Depends. If it's 2 people or 3 people, I don't know. Because if you win every event significantly and the next person down and the second, if it's only 3 people, no. Like to guarantee an invite would be a class of 5 or more for the first place. And then for the second place would just be depending on how they performed. Now, if you only win 3 of the 5 events and the person who comes in second won 2 and nearly beats you on something, then yeah, I'm probably going to give them an invite.
Okay.
But it's also a lot to do with character.
All right.
Like
just with that.
There's people who get invited based off of just being genuine, good people and new to the sport. Because I've invited people who are like brand new to the sport. They're just showing a lot of promise. So doesn't necessarily mean you won't get an invite.
Yep.
So who won invites last weekend, Adam said? Well, Nathan Barber.
Nathan Barber?
Yeah, he's invited. Let's see. Destiny.
Whoever
Olivia.
that tall guy is.
Oh, he got 3rd in his class.
Whatever that tall guy that won the 275 class. No. The 275er.
Yeah, he got 3rd.
Win? Who won?
Alex Adrian.
Who won that class?
Alex Adrian.
Yes, he needs to get in there.
Well, I'm going to talk to him because I think he's truly like a 231, and he's been on my radar since last year.
He would do pretty well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see if he wants to try to do 231.
Okay.
I said Olivia and Destiny both because they've already earned their invite through podiums, so it's kind of a scapegoat to say that.
And they both are 500-pound deadlifters. I mean, you cannot You can't
Oh,
not bring a woman in that's doing her 500 pound deadlifts.
well, and let's not to mention the 315-pound farmers that they nearly got to 20 feet.
Yes,
Both of them
they're
just,
both insane for sure.
yeah. Talking about a bunch of ladies coming to the forge. Yes, we definitely need some ladies to come do the forge. That Hercules hold is a fun event. I don't know if it's too late to sign up or not, but
Well,
if
there's
it's
one.
still open,
It's not. Ashley Morris is signed up,
nice.
so it'd be
Yeah,
nice if she
she's,
had some competition.
yeah. So let's get some ladies to go to the forge. If anybody is looking for a show to do in May, please go. Would love to be able to invite a couple of ladies from the classes. You got quiet there for a second. I thought I lost you.
Nope, I'm all here. I'm just pulling down quiet streets.
I got you. I didn't hear that engine rev like I did earlier today.
I had a 10,000 pounds behind me.
Yeah. Let's see. Get an invite off 4-4. Just reading the comments.
Also,
here,
Alabama
trying to keep up
Strongest
with it.
Man. Obviously, if you podium in Alabama Strongest Man, there's a good chance you'll get an invite.
Oh yeah. I felt bad. There was one guy who won it or came in second or something like that behind somebody who was invited. I can't remember if he won or came in second. And I couldn't find him on Instagram, so I didn't get his invite to him. And somebody messaged me. It's like, hey, this guy wants to go. He won Alabama's, but he never got invited. I was like, give me his Instagram because that's typically how the invites go out. So if you don't have an Instagram, you need to message me or somehow through email or Facebook or something. Let me know if you qualified and you don't have social media. I don't know how to get a hold of you. Are you parked?
I am parked.
You home?
Yeah, I'm home, but it's fine. They had run to back to her work anyway, so I'm good for a few minutes. I was trying to think. You were about to say something about your show. I know we went over the judges and all the special people coming, but there was something else you were going to say. I mean, are you allowing, if somebody smokes all the events at Effin, will you let them into the limit breaker?
Yeah, I mean, Michael Smith got his invite through the F and Strong last year.
Okay.
So last year, the 275 class was the biggest class, and I think it's the biggest class this year. Like our super heavy, we only had like 3 people, but I think we got 10 or 11 in 275. So if somebody smokes, in which unfortunately Michael Smith had to pull out, I was really hoping he'd stay there because that would be a good like apples to apples comparison. Because if somebody could beat him, then he podiumed at limit breaker this year. It would be a good person to invite, or at least gave him trouble. But we'll see how it goes. There's some small guys in the 275, and so if Todd wins it, I'm going to have to get him an invite to 220 or 231 because he's actually he's in the 275 class.
That's the smallest 275 I've ever seen in my life.
I'm telling you, he's like 195 right now.
Yep.
Destiny said,
He's
I
looking
still
healthy.
think Destiny wants to do the live stream. You know what?
What do you mean?
I might she wants to get on there and do the commentary.
We're not going to have set up at the Forge.
No, effing.
At Effin?
Yeah.
Who would we put with her?
Well, here's my plan. I might let her hop in, but Trotter hasn't told me whether he's going to be there or not. Matt's not told me whether or not he's going to be there. But if they are capable of being there, they are going to be the 2-man duo for the live stream. I think that would make it probably the most popular live stream because they are hilarious individually. I can only imagine what it's going to be like with them together. It may get demonetized, but it'll still be a hilarious show. And then I'm going to have Alex do the MC because she did such a good job with your show. And I don't want Matt being mean to people who's never done it.
Oh, come on, man. That's the whole point.
No, not the new people. I want them to stick with it because last year we had like 68 athletes,
Yeah.
and I think only 15 of them had done a show before that. Because when when I asked the question, "Who is this your first show?" I'm pretty sure it was majority of the people there said this was their first show, and I haven't seen a ton of them come back. I want to make sure we keep them coming back, and I mean that was my commentary. I was boring. I probably just dulled them all to sleep. So. Um, We'll see. Tyler Collins joined us today. Say, I want to lean.
Oh, Tyler has joined us?
Yeah, he said he finally caught a live.
Well, congratulations on winning, Mr. Tyler.
Yeah, got the super heavyweight for the South Carolina, right?
Yeah, he did. He beat Tim Balu and a couple others.
Nice. That's a good show to win. Congratulations. Well, based off of who we have coming to the show, we might just do a round robin, just trade out between judging and loading and commentary.
That'd be fun.
Yep. Whoever needs a break, go sit down under the shade.
It's gonna be a hot day, so yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, I got to order some new tents for the athletes tonight. Well, I guess that's a sign we probably need to kill this since your lights are going out on you.
Well, it's my outside light, and it went off because it doesn't see motion anymore. But no, I mean, the last thing that I knew we needed to go over was in the Mitchell Hooper video, he talked about the events for Strongest Man on Earth.
Yeah.
And he didn't really have anything negative per se. He did have some concerns when you have those events. Definitely, there's no way that you can ever say that, you know, you're not the strongest man on earth if you win that show. I mean, because all the events he's got you put through, it's max after max after max after max, and he was just worried that people were going to get injured for that one. So that was kind of the last thing. But
I mean, that's a fair
I think Brian
point.
Shaw knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say the same thing. I think Brian knows what he's doing on that. It's not like the Rogue where they don't test the equipment and people tear their Achilles.
That's right.
He tests that stuff thousands of times himself personally. I trust Brian to do what's right for the athletes too. So I don't think he's going to do anything that's going to kill them. But I mean, I see where Mitchell Hooper's coming from. That's taxing on the body. But at this point, I mean, we talked about it, I think, a couple weeks ago. The shows are having to evolve because people are getting stronger just in general. I mean, you look at the World's Strongest Man from 1985 and 1975, they wouldn't hold a candle to just the lower half of a lot of the guys these days. And we have to see the best way to test them. I mean, get to where 5 events. I mean, you got Mitchell Hooper who's smoking people so fast in 4 events, he don't have to do the last one. Throw another couple more in there, it levels the playing field.
Yep. 100%. And that's going to be a true test. I mean, you have Mitchell Hooper there, and you're going to have Lucas, but those events, if you're not truly the strongest, it's going to show.
Yep. That is true. Was there anything?
But
would you do a show like that?
For $100,000, absolutely. If I didn't win or come in the top 5, 500,000?
No, $500.
$500, I would do it. Just because I'm an idiot. I think it would be fun, especially if you win, and then it'd be even better. But if you go there and bomb, it's like, oh crap, I didn't get nothing.
Yeah. Adam said easy. Brian was the one that tested that Rogue Bull. Fact check it. But here's the thing: he tested it one time himself. He didn't get it built.
He tested it when it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
there wasn't humidity when he tested it like it was.
Yeah. It wasn't like he had it built and went and tested it and then made the modifications. He had no say over that build. So I'm going to defend him there.
Yeah, the humidity and rain that happened in that place did not help that equipment.
Not at all.
Because Matus pulled it like it was nothing, and then it was harder and harder and harder every time.
Yeah, you got somebody like Trey Mitchell, who is a bull himself. getting stuck and tearing his Achilles. That tells you something right there.
Exactly.
Tyler says last place at Strongest Man on Earth is getting $3,500. Jesus. I'd like to get you first place at $3,500 one day.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I might continue doing the show if it's that much.
Oh man. Well, we're coming up on an hour. Is there anything else that you want to hit on today?
No, sir. That's all I had. I hope everybody continues lifting good and getting stronger, and we can't wait to see you at our next shows.
We had a question real
Um,
quick. J Mac, he's asking about the tire flip. He said, "Is the tire flip really that bad on biceps, or is it skill issue?" Granted, I haven't flipped a
so
tire that big, but I don't ever
it is a
feel any
skill issue.
pressure. Yes,
I
I
would say
agree.
it is 100% a skill issue. I've flipped before a 1,100-pound tire for reps, and it's a certain way you have to do it. Your arms are essentially just levers. They're not actually
Mm,
used to lift anything. Your chest and your legs are what you use. You pop it to your knee, and then, of course, you change your angle so your arms are then at a push, not a pull.
mm-hmm.
But people get in a hurry with those kind of events, and that's why stuff like that happens. So I would say if you're a professional and or you practice the event, you should be fine. If you just go in there balls to the wall, chances are you're probably going to get injured.
Mm-hmm. No, I 100% agree with that. I love tire flips. I mean, I used to do them all the time training. I still got a big tire in there. It's not big enough to train with anymore, but
Yep,
Alex and all the ladies use it. It's about 180 pounds, and we don't have any issues because we teach them on how to use it. You're leveraging it. You're not curling it.
that's right.
All right. Well, appreciate everybody who joined us today. A couple shout outs to our sponsors, Cerberus Strength USA. If you haven't already, you know that they are the best when it comes to strongman supportive gear. Make sure you go check them out. Should be in the description down below. Also, shout out to our other sponsor, Noah Galloway, Living with No Excuses. We just aired a podcast Monday where he interviewed the world's strongest adaptive male athlete. He's won the Magnus for Magnuson World Adaptive Championship. Stephen Moore, he tells his story about how he lost his leg, came back from powerlifting and moved into strongman. He can now carry a 700-pound yoke with a single leg, which blew my mind watching him do that. So go check that out over on Noah's channel, Living with No Excuses. And then, Trey, do you have anybody you want to shout out real quick? Any sponsors of yours?
Aurora, I definitely want to shout them out. And she did really well at my show. A lot of people came there and got some IVs, and apparently it helped them through the show. So I would highly recommend anytime you can get an IV before a show and get hydrated, it will definitely help you.
All right. Well, appreciate you joining me. I know you were traveling. Look forward to seeing you Friday afternoon. Everybody watching, if we can get set up Friday night, we may do a special live crossover episode with Whiskey Weights and Whey because me, Zach, and Trey will all be down there in the Airbnb or Verbo, whatever it is going to be, Friday night, getting ready for the show Saturday. So hopefully we can knock out a live down there, just have a good time. I know you won't partake, but I'm bringing me one of these bottles of whiskey behind me because I know I'm going to be
I
stressed.
just want a
I
good
need something.
steak meal. That's what I care about.
We're going to find somewhere to eat on the water.
That'll be fine.
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Y'all have a good night.
Bye, America.